What up, cappers, gamblers, punters? Que pasa, slutas? Que pasa, Costa Ricans? What up, sports fans? It's Monday, November 20th. Feels like a good day to make a little cash. Something I did do yesterday. I went 3-1 in my $150 straight bets, and I had a $150 parlay, Eagles money line to Falcons money line at plus 183, ready to fucking hit. And I feel really good, because I just came back from a weekend getaway at Jaco. And I've never felt more emptied or proud to be a Costa Rican in my entire life. In life, there are two ways to achieve total and complete emptiness. One is Buddhism, and the other is Jaco. Now, it's important to note the difference between being emptied and being empty. Being emptied is just like being empty, except without the accompanying forearm soreness that I so often feel. Now, when you get emptied, or at least when I get emptied, it's a cause for celebraciones, or in this case, splushiaciones, and it feels wonderful. Now, let's do a little survival talk for your trip to Jaco. Not all hookers in Jaco are women, but they all pretend to be. Now, a lot of people will tell you, look for the Adam's apple, search for the Adam's apple. But I'll tell you this, points shaving is not the only shaving I'm concerned with these days. Adam's apple shaving has become big business. That's why I focus solely on reading the knuckles. Let me show you what I mean with a graphic picture. These are the neck areas of the same man. You'll notice one is post-op and one is pre-op. If you came to Jaco only searching for Adam's apples, you might have spent the weekend being blown by a man. Now we all have, but it's fair to say that it should be avoided at all costs. I, on the other hand, have become an expert at reading knuckles. If their knuckles are too big, there's a problem. If the knuckles have scarring, there is a problem. I have friends that bring along a set of calipers to every whorehouse they enter. Now, I don't go that far. I trust my eyes. Let's get into today's action. Pistons, money line versus the Cavs. Pistons at home, plus 120. The Cavs have won 4 straight, but all 4 wins have been by single digits. Dwayne Wade is now running the show, running the point, because Derrick Rose got hurt. It was okay for Wade to run the point for 20 minutes a game. But now Shumpert is hurt, and they need Wade to run the point for 37 points a game, or 37 minutes a game. That's just not going to work. The Pistons looked very good last night in Minnesota. Reggie Jackson is now the fourth quarter assassin this team needed. These Pistons are for real, and they're going to show that to the Cavs tonight. Game 2, Hornets, minus 2.5 at home versus the Timberwolves. Wolves, on the second night of a back-to-back, as I said, they just lost to the Pistons. When they played the Hornets about a little over a week ago, the T-Wolves won by 18 at home. Jeff Teague outplayed Kemba Walker. Walker was held to 9 points. It was a bad game for Walker. Since then, in the 5 games since, he scored over 20 points each game. He's now hit 11 of his past 17 threes. Walker alone is going to take over this game. Blazers, Grizzlies, over 196. Grizzlies have lost 4 straight and look real bad without Mike Conley. He's got an Achilles injury. The Grizz can't defend the perimeter at all. They have Chalmers. Mario Chalmers is replacing Conley, and he can't defend. There's going to be more chances for the Blazers to score. And I know they've not been an offensive team this year, but we know they're capable of it with Lillard and McCollum. The Grizzlies have allowed 100 or more points in 8 of their last 9 games. I trust the Grizzlies in this situation. Also, the Grizz are 28th in rebounding this year. Strange team. Hawks, plus 9.5 at Spurs, minus 110. The Hawks are better than their 3-13 record indicates, and the Spurs, like the Celtics, always do just enough to win. They don't care about blowing teams out. Pop will play the whole bench, and I think the Hawks can cover. Schroeder and Bazemore are playing very well. Wake alum John Collins is looking very good. He's supplying quality minutes off the bench. Babbitt and Bembry are back. I like the Hawks plus 9.5. Nuggets, Kings, under 207.5 at minus 110. Nuggets are on the second half of a back-to-back. just lost by 18 to the Lakers. They turned the ball over 21 times, allowed 70 in the first half. They're not going to allow that to happen again. Millsap left last night's game with a wrist injury, so he's not going to play. And if he doesn't play, then you're going to see so much more of Lyles, Plumlee, and Fareed. If they're on the court more, the scoring will go down. Cauley-Stein has stepped up as a rim protector, 40 points, 19 boards over the last 2 games. You know George Hill can defend the ball well. Buddy Hield and Vince Carter are out for the Kings. They're shooters. Now hockey. I've got 2 puck lines. First, Leafs, -1.5 at +135. The Coyotes are on their first winning streak of the season, but we've seen all year long teams play badly in the last game of a road trip. All year long we've seen it, so I'm going to hammer it right here. Matthews came back on Saturday from an injury, scored 2 goals, and Frederick Anderson is playing very well. Then I got the Minnesota Wild -1.5 at +165. That was +185 in the morning and it's gone down. Wild are 4-0-1 versus Eastern Conference teams when they visit the Xcel Energy Center, and I'm going to hammer that all season long. The Devils are a nice young team, but they're playing way over their head. The cracks in their defense are starting to show as they're now 20th in the league in goals against, and I'm confident in that play. And then finally, my first NCAA official pick of the year, my Baylor Bears. Now, they're not really my Baylor Bears. I don't have a real fandom for the team, but I like them here very much. Versus Wisconsin in the semifinals of the CBE Hall of Fame Classic, they're +1 at -110. Wisconsin loses 4 starters from last year's team that made it to the Sweet 16. They only have 1 starter left, and he looks very good. Hap's averaging over 18 points a game and over 8 boards a game. But they're playing a Baylor team that uses these seniors. They got 4 seniors among their 9 players that they rotate in and out. 4 seniors that are going to play heavy minutes. I think Baylor will improve off this number 25 ranking and will be a team to be messed with during the tournament this year. And I think that Terry Maston is coming into his own, and I like Baylor here. +1 at -110. That's my action today, man. Let's get that cash. Leche, los bookmakers, bolsillos más gordos, slutas más calientes. But most importantly, stay emptied, my friends.